and welcome to the Healthiest Home. We're your host. I'm Ainsley.
And I'm Gerardo.
And we are just two regular people who have a passion for health, fitness, and relationships. And we just want to bring you on into that conversation and hopefully inspire you in some small way. So today we're going to be talking about metabolism.
Oh, yes, this is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that I didn't realize, I think, with our previous fitness and a lot of being like you do a lot of cardio, a lot of endurance.
Yeah, we come from a very cardio heavy background, and just this past couple of years been really exploring weightlifting and lifting heavy weights and just going that route. And probably just this year we learned about how lifting has such a positive impact on your metabolism.
Right. Yeah, because lifting means, especially if you do it properly, strength training, the traditional strength training, and actually eating properly to actually build muscle. The building muscle part is what increases your metabolism. Therefore, you'll burn more fat. And therefore, I mean, just by doing that consistently, you're going to start burning more on your off days. Where versus before, I think we did a lot of endurance. And when it was explained to us, or when we started learning more about endurance, or your body naturally gets more efficient because your body just wants to adapt more and more. So the more running you do, or the more cardio you do, not that it's bad, but it's not conducive to muscle building, which is what you want to do to increase your metabolism. I know I used to find myself like, 3 miles was good enough. And then my body got used to it. Then it's like, now I have to do 4 miles.
You have to
continually, now I have to do 5 miles.
Increase. And you can't stop. That's what was like so mind-blowing to me when we were diving into this and just learning about metabolism and how building muscle boost your metabolism. It's like with cardio, and when we experience this, but we never really connected the dots. If you stop, if you take a break, your body will naturally just put on fat quickly. Your metabolism will naturally slow.
Right.
But building muscle, because you have that muscle doesn't disappear easily. So you can take a week off and go on vacation, and you'll still have that muscle. Therefore, you'll still be burning more on a daily basis.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was pretty cool because remember I was telling you, like, I would stop running for 2 weeks and I felt like I lost everything.
Yeah.
And I thought it was in my mind, but I'm like, no, you really do.
Just your ability to run.
Yeah, your endurance.
Like you did 2 weeks ago.
That. But it's also really easy to gain too. But, I thought, remember when I was training for the triathlon, I was like, I need to get stronger. So I ran more and more and more cardio, and I was getting skinnier and skinnier. I'm
like, you're super lean. Yeah.
Yeah, I burned a lot.
But as soon as that triathlon ended and you stopped training,
I gained a lot of weight real quick.
Yeah.
Because
you were never chunky, but you put on weight quickly.
Yeah. Because as soon as you start doing the cardio, you stop doing the calories. I mean, you stop burning as many calories. Therefore, you go back to your regular routine and you just gain it all back. Where, like you were saying earlier, like muscle doesn't just fall off you in a week.
Easily, yeah.
You can even go a week and a half, 2 weeks, and you won't lose a lot of muscle mass because it's
you'll still have that muscle mass. We're not saying you're going to go to the gym and still lift as heavy as you did when you stopped, but you'll still have that muscle mass, and
it's a lot easier to maintain.
It's a lot easier to maintain. So, like, to put it in its simplest form, how would you explain this to someone?
Well, if someone wants to kickstart the metabolism and like, I want to burn fat, and it's really like hard for people to process, like, okay, how do I build muscle then? Because I know a lot of people, including myself, want to abuse their body, do a lot of weightlifting, but then be so restrictive on the calories that you're not fueling your body enough to actually pack on muscle and like get strength. So I think.
So if this was a cycle, let's imagine, maybe we can put this up on the screen later. Like you can like edit it and put like
some diagram or.
Yeah. So let's imagine there's a diagram, and I imagine it being a circle. There's a starting point, and then it just circles back to it. So what would that starting point be? If you're aiming to build muscle, to kickstart your metabolism, to burn fat, and get that physique that you want, what's the starting point?
So I would say the traditional strength training, weightlifting, big rests, heavy weight.
3 to 4 times a week, right? Just keep it simple.
Probably not even 4. That's probably a lot. I would say maybe 2 to 3 times would be a good way to kickstart it, especially if you're doing heavy on like low reps, just to shock your body of how like actually like, okay, you're sending your body the signals like, okay, now we're doing heavy stuff. And then if you're
lifting, traditional compound lifts, we're thinking squats and deadlifts.
Definitely the kings.
Bench press and some strict shoulder press.
Yep, some rows maybe.
With some rows. Okay, so just keep it very simple. Those 5 different movements. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're doing that a couple times a week. What would step 2 be?
Eating more, and like really saying what your macros are.
Not okay. So eating more per se, but what are we trying to get? Like what builds the muscle? Eating more of what?
Protein, I would say. Because a lot of people are probably under protein, just in general, and it's hard to hit protein. But it's even harder to hit protein if you're not even eating that much.
Well, I remember when I first started counting my macros, I didn't even really increase my calorie intake. I just swapped like fats for protein. Like I was eating, not that fats are bad, but I was eating mostly fats and maybe 100 grams of protein a day. So I just took out some fats and threw in some more protein. So now I'm hitting 160 to 180 protein per day.
But if you're not calculating and tracking, you have no idea.
Yeah, just
that's the whole.
We're not even saying track every day. Just take a look at it, track a couple days in a row just to see what your baseline is.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I like about meal prep, because if we meal prep, we can just do it. I can just do 1-2 days, and I know if I eat this every single day, which I know for some people it'd be like super boring, and I get that. But if you're
for your lifestyle, like you're going to work every day, you don't have time to like. If you're not packing lunch, you're gonna be eating out, right?
Right. So. Yeah. And then if you're eating out, well, I know a lot of people who eat out for lunch every single day. So if you're changing what you're eating every single day, like it's gonna be so much harder to keep tracking of your macros. Realistically, if it's not easy, you're gonna give up on it or just put it to the side, like just guesstimating. But if you're guesstimating, you don't really know if you're eating the right amount of macros. Not that it's all, it's like it's not about all or nothing. Yeah. But it's like having an idea of what you're generally eating. Yeah. Just have, so you're in the right direction. So yeah, I shouldn't say eat more, because there's people who probably already eat a lot. Like they're already in the surplus. That's what I was saying, yeah. Like, so and they're already probably have too much fat on them.
What you're eating, and a lot of times it's just swapping something for something else. Like, okay, let's cut back on these fats and let's prioritize this protein, or let's cut back on these carbs and let's prioritize protein.
That's a good point.
What I like to tell people, even if they don't want to count, fine. I get it. It's not for everyone. Some people find it super triggering. Some people...
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Some people count, and this is what I run into and struggle with myself. And if we count and either end up being super restrictive, and at the end of the day, like, oh, I have all this left over.
Oh, yeah.
Let me eat X, Y, and Z.
Or the munchies.
Or I will overgo, and I'm like, day's ruined. Might as well eat this bag of chips, because who cares? I already ruined it. So I get it. There's a struggle. So what I like to give... my advice to people, unsolicited sometimes, my advice is, fine, don't count, but every meal, prioritize that protein, because protein helps build muscle. Protein keeps you full longer, and it's just good for you overall. So don't count. Yeah, have those carbs, have those fats, have that avocado toast, but make sure you're prioritizing protein in some way.
Right.
Have 2 scrambled eggs and a cup of egg whites. Have a chicken with your lunch or whatever, or make a turkey sandwich, whatever you want.
Right.
I'm not going to micromanage it, but just prioritizing that protein at every single meal is a good start, I think.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because if you just focus on the protein, and I say, like, enough protein,
like, work around your protein. That's what I do.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're at least paying attention to that, especially if you're used to not even focusing on anything, you're not focused on hitting any of your proteins, just that one change to let me focus on protein, that's probably going to help you get a lot of the benefits of weightlifting and recovery and exercise and satiety, like being full.
So, like, if you have that habit of grabbing that bagel in the morning, don't stop that. Maybe have half the bagel with cream cheese and some eggs, or and some turkey bacon, or and some chicken sausage. Or I know if you're like you like the beef, you like the pork.
I like the beef and I like the pork.
But I like the chicken and the turkey. So it's like whatever floats your boat, but just make sure you're getting that protein in.
Yeah, definitely.
So we got the compound lifts, prioritizing protein. What would be the next step?
I'd probably say cutting down on a lot of like excess stuff. Like, not say like if you enjoy walking, don't ever stop walking. But like,
I would argue the complete opposite.
That's what I'm saying.
More steps per day, the better in my book.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Never stop walking. And if you want to keep walking, great. But if you're doing something that you're not passionate about and you're just doing it to torture yourself and like get some kind of result, probably cut that out. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if in your mind, because in my mind, I have to do everything, all of it. So like, let's say I'm doing weightlifting, but I'm gonna run 5 miles every single day.
Oh gosh.
Like you're probably already killing yourself, and then your body's like
not recovering, so it
not
can't build
recovering.
muscle.
So yeah, you're overdoing it. Then just keeping it simple. I think 2 to 3 times a week doing those compound full. I think full body is always the best. I know there's always the splits and like
I split, but yeah,
a lot of splits or
I
a
think
lot of combinations.
starting off full body, especially for a beginner, and if you're only doing 2 3 times a week, I think that's perfect. And then as you grow in this sport and as you get into it more, then play around. Like you still do full body. I do upper, lower, upper, lower. Like
yeah, but you know not to skip. You're not like, oh, I don't feel good, I'm gonna skip on this day. Like you know the importance of hitting.
If you
both.
follow me, you know that I'm all about my non-negotiable.
Right.
4 times a week, got to get it in. Yeah.
But the only problem I had when I used to do splits, the days I didn't feel like going or the things came up, I didn't do that leg day, or I didn't do that upper body day. So now I have to either offset everything, or I just keep going, and then by next time I go around, it's almost a whole week
till you hit that
body part. So that's why I didn't like it.
That's what I think. Starting off full body, and maybe that works for you, like it does for you, and that's what you do forever. But you could always change it and tweak it if you want to.
Right.
All right. Compound lift, weightlifting, prioritizing protein, keeping it simple. What would the last point be? Full circle, to bring it full circle.
What kind of you're saying? Wait, what did you say? So you did
compound lifting, traditional strength training,
protein,
prioritizing your protein, keeping it simple
and key. Rest.
Making sure you rest. Yeah,
I think rest would be a good finale on that, because a lot of times we think we got to do more and more and more and more, and then we're actually limiting our results
and burnout.
If you don't
take your rest, there's a physical consequences for not taking rest, and then there's like the mental. And like, that's burnout. Like you're going to burn out and you're going to stop.
Yeah. Well, if you do all those things but have no sleep and you're not having good quality sleep, you're going to really lessen all the benefits of everything else.
Right.
Like you can have probably, do not as dialed in on the weightlifting, not as dialed in on the protein. But if you're getting awesome sleep all together, it's going to be like an ultimate package.
Yeah.
Because it's really sealing it all in. And I know me personally, because there's been times I want to stay up late, whether it's just we're reading or spending time with the kids.
Oh yeah.
Or and like I know that, so I was like, okay, I worked out really consistently this week. We've been eating really consistently this week, like really good. For me to maximize my benefits, I need to make sure we sleep good. So yeah, I would say that those main points.
Perfect. That's it. Compound lifts, prioritizing your protein, keeping it simple, and rest. I like it. Talking about sleep though, so we've been using Whoop as a fitness tracker. This is not sponsored or anything, guys. That's just what we use. We use Whoop currently as a fitness tracker, and it tracks all that for us. It does our sleep, it does our heart rate, it does like our oxygen intake, it does our HRV, it does our steps, it picks up any activity we do, which I do like that it picks it up automatically.
Yeah.
And does everything. So we have all this information at our disposal. We can dial in as much as we want, and we can see it all out there for us. It tracks our strain, it tracks our recovery, and so I really like the Whoop. I think it's awesome for what we do. How do you feel about fitness trackers?
I think they're good. I mean, I think when we first got them, what has it been, like almost a year?
The Whoops, yeah, almost a year.
It's been almost a year, and at first I loved all the data, and I kept checked it every single day, and I was like almost a little obsessed about it.
Oh, because it's new. Because it's new and shiny. Of course, I was obsessed. I was like, yes, and we screenshot it, and you can also join groups, which I think is super cool. So it has a whole Whoop. There's a whole Whoop community to it. Out there, I can see what you're doing. You can see what I'm doing if I allow you to, and we didn't.
Which was cool, because sometimes I'd be like already after work, and I didn't get to see you in the morning. I'm like, I can see oh man, you didn't sleep good, and you're like, yeah, I didn't sleep good. Or we can see all our stats for even the whole week, and oh look, we stayed up late this day, or this was like a solid 3-4 days. Now we're in the green. We're good. But after a couple months, I kind of probably stopped looking at the data as much, because I felt like, well, I know what I'm working out, and I don't work out every single day, and I know it's it's a good day for you to work out. Where I'm like, well, I'm not planning to work out today, and I know you're saying you can adjust those settings.
Oh, you can tell it what you want. You can tell it your goals, and you can this is besides like the $15 fitness trackers like that you can get on Amazon, this is the what do you say, like one of the more high end ones that I've had, where you have had a good Garmin watch before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You had it for many years and it just got outdated, so that's why you went with the Whoop, because I had one and I loved it, and you're like, okay, well, let me get it. So I have nothing else really to compare it to.
Oh, that's true.
I think the Whoop is superior with its calorie burning, because there's a lot of fitness trackers out there that you run on a treadmill. It's like, you burned 1,000 calories. Yeah, no, you didn't.
It was only 10 minutes.
No, you didn't. So I like I feel like
Very
it's
accurate.
one of the most accurate out there right now when it comes to calorie burning, strain, and recovery.
Yeah.
Because I had a cheapy little
Amazon
one that I got on Amazon for my birthday or something. And it did that. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm burning. And if you think you're burning a lot, you're probably going to consume more, because like, I earned that, right? Like, so I think it is superior in that way, which I like a lot. But like I said, you had experience with Garmin, which I hear is a really good brand as well. So when you compare the two, what are your likes and dislikes?
Well, yeah, so there's like a lot of options out there, you know, because like for sleep, that's one of the reasons I wanted Whoop, is for sleeping, because my Garmin,
because it does it all.
Yeah, and it'll last long enough. Like the Garmin, if I had heavy use, especially just the watch, because it wasn't like some fancy, you know, solar charging, super long.
Yeah, it was one of the earlier, and it's good one, but
earlier models. But at night, a lot of times I'm like, I have to take it off to go charge it. Therefore, I'm not having any data
on my sleep
while I sleep. And there's like rings out there that you can use. And the Whoop was good because like you're saying, it's such a good premium algorithm, and it has the good sensors.
But the AI coaches, I think it's really awesome.
Yeah, it's very
if you
intuitive.
Utilize that,
It gives you so much information that you can utilize. But compared to the Garmin, because I like the Garmin just because it was already built in with the GPS, because I was doing a lot of running.
Oh, you love the GPS tracker.
Yeah. So I did it for biking, I did it for running, and I did it like to see how fast my pace was. Where the Whoop doesn't have that
feature, or at least the one we have. We have the 4.0, just in case anyone's wondering.
Right.
And now there's newer versions out, which brings me back to my negative review about when we signed up for Whoop.
Yeah.
And we read, the contract. It said that we would get all the new Whoops
included in
our membership, and that's why we were tugging back and forth with a subscription, because with Whoop you have to pay a yearly subscription, and we're like, why would we do that? Like within a couple years we can get like a really good watch, But at that time in that contract, it was like, oh, you get included as the updated versions.
Yeah.
And then they changed it. We saw new versions coming out. We're like, oh, when are we going to
get it? Yeah.
When are we going to get ours? And we looked it up and like, oh, you can have it now, but you have to pay another $100 on top of our $260 subscription.
I was like, oh, seriously?
So I feel like the end of our Whoop relationship is coming, because I don't like having to pay a yearly subscription of $200+.
Well, yeah. Well, if you think about it, after 3, 4, 5 years, how much money we're paying for this subscription? We could have had a really, really nice watch that maybe doesn't have the fancy algorithm, but it's pretty close. Like you'll still be able to do the sleep, you'll still be able to do the HRV, you'll still be able to do the steps, you'll be able to do GPS. We'll have everything built in one. Like right now, I went back to my dumb watch just because
for work,
and I didn't have like my Garmin just stopped charging really good, and it was getting really frustrating. So I was like, I gotta be able to tell the time.
Yeah, but that Garmin lasted a good almost 8 years.
Yeah,
that was like.
Yeah, so that's what we talk about. So a subscription for 5 years versus a really nice Garmin watch
that would last 8 years.
Yeah, exactly. So
let us know what you guys use, because we are on the hunt for a new fitness tracker. We are all for them. We love them. The more information, the better.
Right.
Knowledge is power. So if you guys have something that you use that you love, please let us know. Like we're looking into other things.
Well, I had that coworker that told me about the Amazon version that came out. It was like a Whoop competitor, and it's a one set price. So if you guys have that one, let us know if you guys like it, because I forgot. I'll put like a little link or something or a picture of it or the name.
Yeah. The Whoop Dupe.
The Whoop Dupe.
Whoop Dupe.
The Whoop Killer, as they would say.
Well, I think dupe is what the term people use now for copycat.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But let us know, guys. And then. So we have all this information about fitness and health. How do we keep our relationship healthy? One tip that we can give our audience today on how, if you're in a relationship or even just friendships. It can go it can go either way. What's one thing that helps us just stay connected? We've talked about our walks before. They know
Yeah.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
What's another thing that we can do?
I would say, especially now with you working consistently, because before, throughout the day, we'd go back and forth, whether it's like, I love you, or a picture, or, you know, whatever. I felt, there's
felt seen and loved.
I felt seen and loved and appreciated, and I was there. Excuse me. But now, so when I come home, and I know, like, because you get pinged when I get home, having like, okay, immediate, let's make contact, let's embrace, let's acknowledge one another, is super important. I totally get it. I know I'm not always the best at it, because like the other day,
I rolled my eyes, guys. We live, again, if you didn't catch our previous episode, a multi-generational household. So we have in-laws and aunts and uncles and all the things here, along with us and our family and our 2 kids. So sometimes I'm not the first. He can't get to me right away, and it's not his fault. I take it out on him, but it's not his fault. He gets bombarded. There's other people that also want to say hi to him.
Well, the other day, like, your car wasn't here. I was like, oh, she's probably not even home. So I'm going to take my time going into the house. And then I go in and you're like glaring at me. I was like, oh, I thought you were gone. I should have rushed in here. But I know the importance of it. And I want to spend, especially the initial time, like, okay, let's calibrate together. How are you? How's your day been going? Because now that, like I was saying, now that you've been working, there hasn't been a lot of contact throughout the day, which is, I know for a lot of people, that's very normal. Because...
But for us, it's not. 10 years of constant texting has been our normal. Just
throughout the day. Like,
and I love texting. You're my best friend. People are always like saying, like, who are you texting all the time? I'm like, it's my best friend, my husband. What?
Yeah, who else would I be texting?
Do you not text your husband? Like, but no, with the job I have right now, I can't look at my phone.
You're just busy.
But my favorite thing is 6 seconds. Like, when you get home, and it's making out, it's kissing. So if you don't like that, you can turn the channel off. But no, 6 seconds. Come, embrace me, kiss me, say you love me. I say I love you. And just that, like, we can get to how was your day later. We can get to like unpacking our days together later on our walks. But that initial, you're home, I'm home, we haven't seen each other all day. Embrace me as I embrace you. Kiss each other, say I love you, and then we can go about whatever we're doing.
Yeah, because that little, taking the moment to do that really sets the tone for the rest of the night.
Like, if we don't do it and I'm getting grumpy and you're like, what's wrong? I'm like, well, I didn't get my 6 seconds. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Duh. Are you going to do something about it now? Like,
or we even joke where it's like something already has happened. It's one of those days where we kind of just run into, like, things are just going on. We're just going with the flow.
Yeah.
And one of us is grumpy. Like, you're not going to get your 6 seconds today. But it's something that I think I had heard on another podcast. It was like a marriage podcast. I don't remember what book or author, but I was like, let's try to do that. And now
I brought up the 6 second thing, and then you brought up the whatever it's called. What was it? Just the embrace and the I love you.
The checking in.
The initial.
Oh yeah.
That's what you told me. Like, just the initial. I don't know what
2 minutes. Yeah.
I think yours is 2 minutes, but that's a lot for us.
Well, the whole idea was within the first 20 minutes of you coming home, you need to take 2 minutes and spend time with your loved one, your wife,
your partner, your spouse,
partner. So it's like within that window, you like, sure, people can wait 4 or 5 hours later, but like the moment has passed and things, it's like really easy to forget about it. So you're making it a priority. That's the whole point of being intentional in a relationship at all times, because you are the most important relationship in my life, and vice versa.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah. All right. I think that's all we have for you today, guys. Whatever you're watching on, give us a like, throw us a comment, give us some feedback, share this video, all the things. But yeah, we'll catch you next time, guys.
Bye.